Hi guys, good morning, good afternoon, or good evening. From whichever place you are watching this video, my name is Maruti and I'm here with the daily dose of Azure and AI. Today we are going to talk about Microsoft Azure AI Language Service. Now, this language service is totally connected with the concept of natural language processing. If you do not know what is NLP or what is natural language processing, I strongly recommend you to go through this video first, which is actually going to show you the concept of natural language processing. In this video, we are going to talk about step-by-step process where we are going to create a language service and we are going to understand some important practical aspects of question answering with natural language processing. Basically, if you have seen any particular chatbot kind of application or the most famous one, chatgpt kind of application, you know what is a chatbot. Now, if you want to create similar kind of question answering solution where users are going to ask questions and your chatbot is going to create an answer or is going to give an answer from the existing knowledge base, then this video you should not miss. Let's get started. I have already logged into my Azure portal. And as usual, the first thing we are going to create is we are going to create our AI service. Because we are talking about language service today, I am going to select language service, which is an independent language service. Just for your information, language service is available as a multi-service account inside Azure AI Service also. But we are going to create it separately because this video is dedicatedly focusing on language service. I'll click on create. And while creating the language service, it is first going to show you that some of the basic features are already part of the service. If you want to add additional features, you have to select them. Now you can see sentiment analysis, key phrase extraction, name entity recognition, or there are a couple of many more which are already part of the service by default. If you want to develop something which is focusing on custom question answering, then you have to select this particular feature. And same way, there are some more features which I'm going to use in my coming videos, and that's why I'm going to select this one also, which is custom text classification, custom name entity recognition, and custom sentiment analysis. Now, these features we are not going to use in this video, but in the coming videos, I'm going to use them. So I'm going to select this feature also, and I'm going to click on continue to create your resource. This is a language service with additional features available inside that. Let me create a new resource group for this one. So I'm specifying AI-900 RG. We are learning fundamentals of Azure AI. Region is fine. Creating a name of the service like Maruti Language Service and giving a number which is going to make sure that this is going to be a little unique. I'm going to select standard S1 plan as a pricing tier because I'm going to use some custom additional features also. And while creating this, it's actually going to create some custom question answering search solution, which is actually going to help you to search the question from the knowledge base. So this is basically going to use Azure AI Search Service also. If you do not know what is Azure AI Search Service, well, you should follow this particular video, which is going to show you the exact detail about Azure AI Search Service. And very soon, we are going to create a lab on Azure AI Search. As of now, the service is just going to be used with this particular language service, so we are not going very in-depth inside this. To create a custom classification, we need a storage account, so we need to choose whether we want to create a new storage account or we want an existing one. I'm saying this is going to be my new storage account, so I'm giving Maruti Storage AI and giving some number at the end of this. The storage account type is going to be standard LRS, which is perfectly fine. All other things for responsible AI, we are going to say we agree with the responsible AI and we are not going to misuse AI. And that's it. I'm going to click on next. All the things are fine. Live view plus create is going to pass the validation. And once this validation is clear, we are going to click on create, so that is going to submit my deployment and it's going to create my language service. Yes. Now, while the deployment is going on, this is a perfect time. If you are liking our videos, then please press the like button, subscribe to our channel, and do not forget to click on that bell icon so that whenever we launch a new video, you should not miss it. Remember, we are dedicatedly going to create every day a new video on AI and Azure technologies. If you're interested in learning this new concept, you just leave it on us. We will make sure that we are going to continuously produce new videos based on your requirement. And if you're looking for any particular topic on AI and Azure, I just want you to comment down that in this particular video. We will make sure that we will create a video on that very soon. Okay, it's showing me deployment succeeded. So I'm going to click on go to resource group. It's going to show me that language service is successfully created, and with that the search service and storage account is also created. In this video we're not going to talk about search service and storage account, but yes, language service is what we are going to use. So I'm just directly going to click on language service. It's showing me that my endpoint is successfully created. Left side, if I click on keys and endpoint, is going to show me that we have a keys also which are available. And if I click on features, this is that section which is going to show me that what kind of features we have enabled for this. Because we want to use question answering, we have enabled custom question answering solution with this, and we are all good to go. If this is successfully created, the next thing we have to do is we have to go to our Language Studio. Now on the home page itself, you can see there is a link here which is showing you Get Started with Language Studio. I'm going to click on this, and it's going to take me to a separate tab where it's going to open language.cognitive.azure.com. Remember, whenever you are using language.cognitive.azure.com, the first thing you have to do is you have to associate this with your resource. Now, I am going to click on sign in. I'm going to choose my account. Okay, once I log in, I have to select my directory, my subscription, as well as my language service. I'm going to choose my resource type is language service, and I'm going to choose my language service which I have created. My service is created with the standard S. This was the name of the service, so I'm good. I'm going to click on done, and that is going to connect this language service with this language studio. Remember one thing, whenever you're going to associate your service with the language studio, then only you'll be able to create a language specific projects. Now right now it's showing me some of the demos which I can try out, but I'm not going to try a demo. I'm going to create a new project from scratch, and that project is going to create a custom question answering solution kind of thing. Now when I click on this create new kind of a drop down, it's showing me a couple of options. We will try most of these options in our different demos, but as of now I want to choose this, which is a custom question answering solution. Remember, this is showing you here in this notes that this is going to customize the list of questions and answers extracted from your content. Basically that is what we call knowledge base. Now this word is very important, guys. As I told you that if you have ever used any chatbot is actually trained on certain language-based machine learning models. Now these models are always going to use data. In our case, the knowledge-based word is actually going to provide that question answer kind of data. Whenever you're going to ask a question to your chatbot, from where it's going to look for the answers? Well, the answer is this knowledge base, and this custom question answering solution is actually helping you to create this knowledge base and customize it. Now once your knowledge base is ready, obviously you have to associate that with your bot. Now in that case you have to use services like Azure Bot Services. We are not going to use Azure Bot right now. We will not develop bots right now, but we have this kind of a custom question answering knowledge base which we will create, and then we will try to taste it whether it's working fine or not. That's what our goal. Let's click on create custom answering solution. It's trying to create a new project. It is asking me certain options like how would you want to select the language for project in this resource. Now I can choose a language of a specific language like English or French or German, or maybe I can go with this that I want to select the language when I create the project in this resource. So at that time maybe I can choose, and in this way we are not specifying any specific language as of now. So we are selecting this and we are going to click on next. In the basic information is asking me project name, description, source language, and the default answer when there is no matching answer found. Now in all this case we are going to provide proper information. So my project name, I am going to take one example from Microsoft Learn only, which is on Margie's Travel. Margie's Travel is a travel agency, and they are actually providing customer support as well as travel related information, as well as they also help in booking hotels and trips. Now in this kind of scenario, Margie's Travel is actually providing end-to-end solution for your travel, and we have some kind of a knowledge base, kind of a Word documents, which we are going to use as a knowledge base. And based on that particular document, this is going to find answers of the questions which your customers are going to ask. Description of the project, it can be anything. I'm just saying it's a simple knowledge base. The source language, I'm going to choose English because I'm going to ask all the questions in English. And in the default answer, when no answers are found, we are going to say no answer found. I think this is fine. We'll click on next. Review and finish is just showing me the same details which I've selected. I'm happy with this. I'm going to click on create. The project creation is successfully done. I am able to see certain sections here. The first section is showing me manage sources. Then we have edit knowledge base. Then we have deploy knowledge base. And then once you deploy knowledge base, it will be available on a public endpoint, so you can use it. Now, as of now, we will do this 3 steps one by one. First one is manage resources. So let me just click on the add sources section. And it is showing me that I can add sources from various sources locations. I can maybe add sources from a URL. If you have a website with a FAQ kind of a page, you can put a page URL also in this. And that URL is going to captured by the service and is going to take all the questions and answers from that. Or maybe you want to do it with the help of file. Or maybe you just want to take it from the existing sample chit chat sources where they're just going to give you easiness in configuring your chatbot for a friendly or a professional conversation. Now, in our case, we are going to choose URL. And then when we add URL, I'm going to specify that URL name is going to be Margie's knowledge base, Margie's KB. And in the URL, I'm going to provide a URL of a specific document. Now you can see right now, this is Margie's FAQ.docx. This is that particular document which is available on a GitHub repository on Microsoft Learn website. So this is one of the document which we can use without any policy violation or something like that. We don't need any licensing. All the dummy content is available on this. So this is my one knowledge base URL which I've added. If you want, you can add multiple URLs also, and it is going to add the question from all this knowledge base. I'm going to click on add all. It's going to add my first source inside this. Now my knowledge base is successfully added, and as you can see here, this is showing me that source type is URL and this is successfully added. Now if I go to edit knowledge base, this is a section where it's going to show me how many questions are added from the document. Now you can see there are 8 questions answer pair which is added. Now there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8 questions which are there. If someone is going to ask a question like how can I book a flight, that question is available here and they have an answer of that. Also, when they are giving an answer, with that they also have an alternate question. Like someone can also ask how can I book a flight, or some other words like can you help me with booking a flight? Now you can add multiple alternative questions also. In some of these questions, when you check, you will have one or more alternative questions. Now in my case, maybe this is going to be my knowledge base and I want to add one more question or answer inside this, which I can do surely. Now I'm just going to add, let's say, one more question. So I'm going to add a new question answer pair. 8 questions are already there. I'm saying this is going to be my question source is going to be this one. My question is it safe to travel this month? Now maybe when I ask this question, I just want to check the current details and then I want to answer that thing, but I'm not putting that logic right now. I'm going to say that yes, it's safe to travel, but at your own risk. So it's like we are giving a diplomatic answer. It's a stupid answer, but yeah, whatever. This is just, I want to prove that my question is also something which I can add inside that. So it's saying yes, it's safe to travel, but at your own risk. Done. And the moment this question is there, now you can see that now we have total 9 questions which are added here. I'm going to click on save and it's going to save the changes. Now this way, if I want to add more questions, I have to add more URLs, basically more knowledge base, and then my knowledge base is going to be bigger. If I go back to my manage sources, I can also add chit chat. Chit chat is going to add friendly and some chit chat kind of a questions answer pair inside that. Now let me click on chit chat and I'm going to say that I want to make sure that when anyone is going to ask a question, ChitChat is going to reply with a friendly manner. And then I'm going to click on Add ChitChat. This is also going to add number of question answers which are mostly common conversational kind of a question answers. Like let's say if some customer is asking, hey, how are you doing? Then this is going to answer, yeah, I'm doing fine. Now this kind of questions are added with the help of this ChitChat friendly. And now if I go back to my edit knowledge base, it's not going to be a 9 question answer pair. It's actually 99 question answer pair. It means ChitChat has actually added so many questions and answers inside this with multiple alternate questions. Like let's say someone is asking this kind of a stupid question that, are you a woman? And there are a couple of alternative questions which are there, like, are you trans? You're queer? Do you have a gender? Are you... So these are all questions which are nonsense kind of question. And then we have one answer for that doesn't really apply to me. So this is the same answer which they're going to give, which you can also edit if you want. So this is all it is. We have created a knowledge base, and if the knowledge base is having multiple questions, obviously more questions, more data is better. Now let me just check whether this is working or not. And in order to do that, I'm going to click on this small tiny icon here. This is the icon which is actually for tasting whether this is working or not. I'm going to click on taste, and first I'm simply going to say hello. It's replying with hi, which is great. I'm going to say, how are you doing today? It's saying great, thanks for asking. And now I'm just going to ask some questions like, I want to book a flight. Can you help me? Now I know this is not exactly matching with that question, but it has a phrase which is I want to book a flight. So when I ask this question, it's saying, yes, our agents can help you to book a flight between any major airports or any other major airlines. We offer competitive fares for all the flight classes. Now this is something which is an answer which is coming from that particular question. And it's also giving me a link of a margistravel.com, which means that this is coming from the Margis Travels knowledge base. Now, same way, whatever questions, whatever answers which we have added, we can add it here. Now I'm going to ask, is it safe to travel this month? I'm asking that nonsense question which I ask and which I have added from my side, and it's saying, yes, it's safe to travel, but at your own risk. So the point is, my custom questions are also there. My questions from Margis Travel knowledge base is also there, and my chit-chat kind of questions are also there. You can build this kind of a knowledge base, and based on that, you can prepare your questions and answer pairs. Now, I'm good. I'm happy with this particular taste. And then we can also do a lot more customizations with this, which we are not doing right now. But if this knowledge base is ready, the next thing which you have to do is you have to click on deploy knowledge base. When you go to deploy knowledge base, this is giving you a deploy button. It is as simple like this, that if you're happy with your knowledge base and if you want to use it by your developers, or if you want that others can use your knowledge base, then you just have to click on deploy. They're asking me, do you want to deploy this project? I'm saying yes. Deploy Margis Travel. Once deployed, you can integrate this with a bot. So this is actually something which is a next step logically. So only after deployment, you can integrate that with a bot. I'm going to click on deploy. Okay, it's showing me successfully created a deployment. So you can see right now, deploy knowledge base and create a bot in few clicks is what you can do right now. Now we have just now deployed this. And because the bot is deployed, it's saying your knowledge base is deployed. You can get your prediction URL or create a bot. Now, when I click on this get prediction URL, this is actually going to show me one URL. This URL is live right now and it is hosted on the Azure cloud. If you want to check when you make a request to this, it is working or not, you can actually just send the post request using a curl. This is a full URL of the curl which they have given here. While you're sending a post request, you only have to take care of your question here. So you can see they have given you one parameter that you put your question there. Then you put your score threshold here. And then you can just specify what kind of configuration you want to do in this. Now, if you do not want to put a score threshold, it is fine. You can add additional property values if you want. But for me, the question is something which is important here. If you put this thing, if you copy this particular request, and if you just do it in the command prompt, you just send the post command, it's going to send the request to this API and it's going to give you the response. Now this is one of the easiest way to check whether your service is up and running, it's live or not. Now I'm sure this is actually live, so I'm not going to do that thing right now. Also, if you are happy with this particular knowledge base, if you want to use this API and if you want to create a chatbot, you actually have to click on this button, which is create a bot. Now remember, I'm not going to click on this create a bot right now, because when I click on this, it's actually going to use Azure Bot Service. Using that Azure Bot Service, Azure Bot Framework, we are actually able to create a bot in few seconds actually. But I'm just not going to click on this right now because I do not want to create a bot. I have already tested my knowledge base in the testing section and it is working fine. If you are interested in creating a bot and if you want a dedicated video on that, I request you to please comment down in this particular video. The links of this particular knowledge base is also there in the description of this particular video, so you can go through that, and feel free to like this video, subscribe our channel. This is something which is very important for us, so I request you to please do that. That's it for this particular video. I'll see you tomorrow with a new topic, with a new step-by-step lab. Thank you so much. Happy learning.